This is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is D.G. Chichester, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Podcast.
Oh, you went drag poor D.G. Chichester into this, didn't you?
Hey! He's kind of tangentially tied into this because he was assistant editor on this. But that's right, kids. Not only is it time for your monthly dose of the the Daredevil Podcast, but it's their newest installment of Miller May, kids.
This one's gonna be a doozy.
Oh, yes, kids. That's right, because we're covering the 1986 classic Elektra Assassin. 8 issues, full on Frank Miller.
I think we gotta set the scene, though, just in case the kids don't know.
Oh, I will. Yes. But yes, kids, if you have not listened to any other Miller May episodes yet,
Go do it and then come back!
yes, Lilith and I on Ultimate Spider-Cast here on We Are the Night, the Batman Podcast. You're welcome, Ray. And, of course, the first 2 episodes of the month on Marvel Tales. Justin wanted to get in on the fun, so yes.
You have a Justin, your mother's a whore drop?
Not yet. I'm waiting for it, but yes, kids. So yes, if you haven't figured out the theme yet, yes, all things we're covering.
Well, May is Mother's Day, but we're sick and twisted here. So
Yeah, so we're covering things that were either drawn, written, or both by Mr. Frank
your mother's a whore.
Miller. I'm sorry, that was too low. Yeah, Mr. Frank
Your mother's a whore.
Miller. All right, so. And like I said,
in the case of Elektra, your whole family can suck it.
whoa!
Your whole family can suck it. Jesus, you go in on the freaking nachos.
I was gonna say, isn't that more of like a Matt Murdock vibe?
Your whole family can suck it. That too.
With Matt, he's just like, yeah, every female member of your family.
Your whole family can suck it. Hey-o.
Your mother, your sister, your cousin.
So yeah, you gotta set the scene. Like, I always forget, right? This was from Epic. I was like, how did Marvel get away with this? Oh, that's because they did, and this is published by Epic.
Yes, because isn't that some of DG's
yeah, that's
first
where he
stuff.
made his bones as an editor and making his
Because yes, kids.
Go ahead and go listen to Chichester Chats. We discussed this ad nauseum.
Exactly.
Great stories, great behind the scenes stories.
Oh, remind me. What is that? Next weekend when we talk to him, remind me to bring this up.
Will do, buckaroo. I'm gonna set the scene for you. It is 1986. Miller and Bill are at the height of their popularity because Batman: The Dark Knight returns, and then also they did Daredevil, Love and War, and also Ronin and Gordon. It's kind of the same thing, but yeah. So they're riding high. They can do no wrong. That's how this story is.
Hey, but yeah, and again, a young assistant editor on this series, a young Daniel Chichester. So that's why I wanted to speak to him about this.
He kind of got into it when he said, remember, I forget what episode it was. It was like probably the earliest where he talks about when they brought in the watercolors.
Oh yeah,
it was so different because it wasn't like the penciling method. And so this was very unique for American mainstream comics at the time.
Yes.
And so that's why they definitely probably decided to do adult. I guess the inspiration was heavy metal.
Yeah.
So, like, not the music, but like that weird...
That magazine, yeah.
/ movie.
Yes. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. So I think that's just really cool. You can totally tell. Once you know kind of thing. And I always thought that was really, very stunning. It is.
Oh, yeah.
It's better than the other one.
I had completely forgotten.
You know the other Elektra one I'm talking about?
I think so, yeah.
Where the art is not as good.
Yeah. I had forgotten, like, I have 2 through 8 in floppies. I don't have issue 1.
What?
I know. I'd completely forgotten about that, but and it wasn't on the Marvel app. I was able to buy it. Was it Comixology or Kindle? But I was able to buy the first one digitally. That's how I read that first one.
Okay, I have it in the 2000 trade, which is kind of one of the more unique ones, I guess, from my understanding of it.
I was almost gonna buy the trade for this, but I didn't have enough time for them to ship it. I was like, God damn it. I mean, I might still buy it, but I wouldn't have had it in time for this episode.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is definitely get the hardcover. Hell.
Hey, I was gonna say, look at that cover. Hey.
Yeah, really good. No, I mean, I love a floppy. I love a paperback, but it's just certain things in a hardcover trade.
Oh yeah.
My personal opinion to really get the full effect of it and stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I do feel like he chose a really interesting point to start this off at, which is just kind of
kind of in the middle.
Yeah, it's the classic Osborn "I got amnesia" trope. I mean, even in '86, that was a well-worn plot point.
I know, but some of the themes in this. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to this. Hold on, I just wanted to share the cover to that first issue. Then we hold on. I mean, it's beautiful art, but also it's hey, look at her.
Look at my butt.
Yeah, look at that.
I mean, not quite the 90s, but we got big guns, no pouches.
Hey-oh.
Well, I mean, unless you count a certain something being a pouch.
Wow, the prison purse. Oh, you can't wear underwear with that, can you? All right, so. Yes, like we said, 8 issues, kids. Let's get into this. All right.
Yeah, I need to know why it was 8 issues. That's such especially for Epic, that was such an odd number. Do the 6 or do the 12,
Do you think maybe that's what Frank Miller wanted? And
it's Frank Miller.
Again, it's 19...
He's always over budget on stuff.
So. But again, it's 1986. He's at the height of his powers, too. So if he says he wants 8, they're going to give him 8, probably.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just surprised editorial didn't push back, but as Gigi has mentioned, Epic was more the creator-owned, kind of cater to the creator kind of thing at the time. So I guess that's probably what.
All right, so Elektra Assassin #1, Hell and Back. You ain't kidding, bro. Cover date August 1986. Writer, of course, Frank.
Your mother's a whore.
Miller. Penciler, inker, and colorist Bill Sienkiewicz. So he got some shekels with this, pencils, inks, and colors. And
him and Frank at the time were kind of a dynamic duo.
Oh yeah. And he was doing great work around this era with Moon Knight.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if that original series was done at this point or not, but yeah, he was. And letterer Jim Novak. As Elektra finds herself in a mental institution after having assassinated a South American political leader named Carlos Huevos for a promise
Huevos? Really? We're doing this?
For a promise fee of $2 because they make
what that means, though.
Well, yeah, they spell it out in the issue. She's a $2 whore.
Your mother's a whore.
So it's not even subtle, Frank Miller, at this point. We're crossing the T's and dotting the I's in this thing.
Your mother's a whore. This is where it starts, kids. No, Dark Knight is worse.
Yeah. She is assailed by disjointed and often barely coherent memories of her past, all the way from her mother's assassination on a Mediterranean beach while she was pregnant with Elektra to her training as a ninja under Stick.
Damn Stick. Always button his something in somebody's business.
How many times has Lil said that in her life? Damn Stick. Her development of low-level psychic powers.
Boo!
Get
it out of here!
Her college relationship with Matt Murdock, her father's assassination, her initiation into the Hand, and meeting of the Beast, and most recently, her being hired to kill Carlos Huevos and San Concepcion, whom she kills with a crossbow at an amusement park. Elektra had attended his funeral soon thereafter and learned that the American ambassador Reich smelled of the Beast. Don't they all?
Drinking the milk? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Frankie boy.
Oh yeah, the milk and the the milk. That night she went to the American embassy to kill him too, but the beast chased and attacked her, leaving a gash in her thigh. It forced her to drink the milk.
A gash in her thigh, huh?
Yes, in her thigh, not above it, Lil. Hey-oh.
I mean, you see how she's dressed. Can you tell the difference?
Oh! Hey, man, this is a big seller, man.
Talk about
Superior puss.
What?
Talk about ripping somebody a new hole.
Wow!
Superior puss.
Force her to drink the milk that contains its essence.
It's so salty.
We're going there. I was gonna go.
I don't do Twinkies or toaster strudels, so.
Actually, we kind of know, according to Frank Miller, Elektra does. But somebody's muffin's getting buttered. It ain't my business.
Somebody's muffin's getting buttered. That ain't my business.
Forced to drink leaving her incoherent and disoriented. Doesn't that milk make it disoriented and
Wouldn't know, kid. Wouldn't know. That's your warning, kids. Don't do it. It's not a substance for internal use.
She's incoherent, disoriented, and her eyes burn. What? From there.
And that's how you end up in a mental institution, kids.
Hey, just ask Jim Gordon.
Exactly.
From there, she ends up in the institution. In the institution, she kills a man who attempts to molest her. Then, when they are about to lobotomize her, she breaks free, killing several people, and escapes.
Quentin Tarantino, I think you owe Frank Miller some money.
Oh my!
I'm gonna start that because Quentin Tarantino.
We need the money. Gimme.
Let me go tweet that real quick.
Baby, that's our door to get a Frank Miller interview.
Do it, Phil. Tweet it, Phil.
Yes. Oh, what to go on there and be like, oh, Quentin Tarantino owes Frank Miller money, and then all of a sudden Frank Miller would come out of her soul. Hello.
While you're here, can I get a drop, sir? For tax purposes.
Yes. What would you like me to say? Well, can you do a Capes and Lunatics intro, and can you call everyone on Earth's mother a whore? All right. So, issue 1, we've already got violence, we got killing, we got the milk, we got
some attempted graping.
Yes, an attempted molestation. Yes, an attempted lobotomy,
and so much killing. But there's so much more to come.
And there's 7 issues left to go, kids.
What are they gonna do next? So much. Too much, maybe.
Yes.
Some would argue.
All right, so should we jump to the second one?
Keep going. Keep it rolling. I love this cover, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
This is a great cover. I would love to have this as in the Texas form as a poster.
Oh, nice. I like a lot of them, but yeah, there's like some of the other ones like with her on them. But
yeah, this one's like kind of out of context. You don't know what it's about. That's what makes, and I still kind of want it as a poster. So I think that's what's so cool.
Yeah,
draws you in.
Did they ever do any of these as posters?
I don't think so.
Okay.
They might have had like one of the Elektra ones as poster. You know, Elektra stuff is hard to come.
Yeah.
Especially back then.
Oh yeah. All right, so Elektra Assassin number 2, September 1986. The Ugly Man.
Rude.
Same creative team, same editorial team.
Why Shield's here, we don't know.
Oh, there's no synopsis for this one, so.
What? That's interesting.
Just the I guess.
I can tell you, it's like, doesn't she just use her? I think her psychic powers like kind of attract that John Garrett guy.
Yeah, because they have the solicit here. It says Shield cyborgs play a life and death game of cat and mouse with the assassin Elektra.
Isn't this the one where she traps them in a building that blows up?
Hold on, let me flip through here because again, it kind of blends with me because I kind of read the whole pretty much the whole thing. Yeah.
Too.
Oh yeah.
And that's what causes him to become the cyborg.
Oh yeah, because she like blows him up and yeah. But yeah, we kind of see it's like that. There's a secret Shield program where they're like making cyborgs out of, as we'll find out later, ex-cons.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pre-Chichester Shield, so Nick Fury. So yeah, of course they're.
Oh yeah, so is Frank Miller one of the original conspiracy guys.
Probably.
At least in comics, I think.
I mean, it's kind of been proven they do stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
I mean, it's not a coincidence why America has that military-industrial complex. Go to slaves to prisoners.
I mean,
follow the money,
Name another country in human history that's dropped an atomic bomb on someone.
Exactly. Not for lack of trying, but we did it. We did it, boys. It'll be our turn soon. Sorry to alarm you, but it'll be our turn soon.
All right, enough puppies and rainbows. Let's get back to this.
Yeah, but I don't like Chastity McBride. Her whole family can.
Oh my!
Worst mercenary ever. Her whole family can suck it.
Oh, was she a SHIELD agent or whatever?
Yeah, but she's still a mercenary.
Yeah, I guess.
That was the business of Nick Fury back then. Total turn off.
Well, was she supposed to be like the
Because Black Widow's not around.
And was she supposed to be like the anti-Elektra because she's part of the establishment? And yeah.
It's her foil, yes, sir.
Yes. But yeah, just like flipping through these original issues, it's just like such a time capsule. It
really is. Did you read when you read the inside covers and the back covers especially, it's like from the geniuses that brought you such hits as like. Oh.
And of course, some stuff like you can't like. I don't see any here, but I swear there was a ad for something in one of these where it's the one thing you can't tell what era it is. It's like, oh, a new book by J.M. DeMatteis. It's like.
It's funny. The longer it goes on, the more true.
This could be 80s, could be 90s, could be 2000s, could be 2010s, could be 2020s. Could be
2023. We don't know.
Not that the man is a genius.
I just find it a really interesting choice that he chose to blend S.H.I.E.L.D. and Elektra, because the next issue is about S.H.I.E.L.D. as well.
And okay, because of the era, they could get away with this. But if they did this story today, there's no way in hell Daredevil's not showing up.
He showed up in like what, a vision?
Yeah.
In the first issue, and that's it.
Well, again, was it kind of a thing where it's like this is supposedly
it's epic too, so I think that's what limited it as well.
Yeah, well, too, yeah, but again, this is like
it's like a black label basically.
Well, that's what I was gonna say too. Yeah, and again, it's like this supposedly the era where she's quote unquote dead and stuff. So, oh yeah, so it was Epic like their black label. So it's like, oh yeah, I don't think this was even supposed to be.
It was definitely more mature content at Epic. Like I said, that was some of the first comics that I ever really read outside of like X-Men and Batman.
Oh, that
Epic. Like,
that explains it. That explains it.
Yeah, I should tell DG he owes me money. Like, I ratted my brain on Epic Comics. Give me some money.
I told him he was partially responsible for raising me. He goes, I'm sorry. I mean, but it's just this wasn't even supposed to be in continuity because it really wasn't until DG wrote Fall from Grace and kind of used that. Yeah.
And now we know maybe we got the little. Also, Newton sucks. I'm glad he dies.
Oh yeah. Oh, but that last page, that's another that could be a poster.
Oh yeah, Pirates and Rogues. You say.
Oh yeah. Or Steel Grip Starkey.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Hey, you and Justin.
Look at my butt.
Of course, yes, check out my upcoming guest appearance on Gamma Charge. Of course, it had to be
the strongest Hulk podcast.
Exactly. But of course, it had to be 2-issue arc guest starring Namor the Submariner.
You didn't call me rude?
Not my show.
Rude. Russell, that's just rude. You're off Team Mountain Dew.
But it was the Defenders arc, so you would have to put up with Doctor Strange too. So
I know. Now that I know that, I was like, I know that arc.
370, 371, yeah.
Well, thank you, Phil, for doing the Lord's work.
It's Joe Fixit. I love Joe Fixit.
Yeah.
All right.
Strange ruins it.
Hey-oh. I don't think Lil's ever said that.
No, I have.
After the fact. All right. Looking at issue 3. Oh, no synopsis for 3 either.
Rough cut is a rough cut indeed. That's all I'll say about it.
I know that covers. Look at that cover.
Like everybody in this issue, everybody's bad at their job.
I mean, look at that.
I hate people that are not competent. This is like S.H.I.E.L.D. is so incompetent in this. I don't know I don't know what the meta commentary about this is in Frank Miller's mind, because like S.H.I.E.L.D.'s like still a big thing in the 80s.
Yeah.
Nick Fury, the whole thing, you know?
Maybe that's another reason it was like epic. Like they, you know, Marvel's like, yeah, we don't want you like disparaging S.H.I.E.L.D., but if it's kind of an out of continuity thing, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, now,
Yeah.
sure, like post 2010, it absolutely
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a shit show. But
Yeah. But,
the way that he wrote S.H.I.E.L.D., I was like, I don't know. I can't really
yeah.
dig through the mind of Miller on this one.
But the cover to 3, I mean, all the like the soldiers and then Elektra laying in front of them, almost looks like a cover from something off your hard drive.
Yeah, totally. Say
Uh,
the title.
wait, what?
What?
Rough cut? What? The thing on your hard drive. Okay,
Yeah, rough cut indeed. Rough cut indeed.
rough something. Yeah, all I have is this illicit. S.H.I.E.L.D. has captured Elektra. The question now is: even this intelligence agency powerful enough to keep her?
Answer plot twist. Answer.
In a shocking
But
development.
it's weird because they start setting up the love story. You're just like, I mean, I'm all for cybernetic, sex slaves. Love slaves.
Oh my!
I think that's a little too weird for the people in the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
now you had weird science. Oh, I'm sure people.
yeah, but isn't it her just leading him around by the D?
Of course.
Yeah.
Like, you're a cyborg. Isn't the whole point not to get?
Well, I think that part wasn't cybernetically enhanced. Lilith Hellfire's like,
Much
never mind.
Much to Elektra's chagrin.
I've been with Matt Murdock. How dare you?
Exactly. He can feel the colors, you know.
Well, that too. Oh my god! And I mean, they do the comparison in this series, but that presidential candidate who's the hands inside man can win. It's like it's almost like they literally take a picture of JFK and like put it on anytime this guy shows up.
It could be worse. It could have been right.
That's true. Oh yeah, he was showing up all over the place in the 80s in comics. Yeah, for some reason after 2016, we really weren't using the real life presidents in comics.
Yeah, he would have sued.
I want my
They
cut.
had to give him a shekel.
Would have had to learn how to read them first. Hell. No.
That's at Nightwing PvP. I don't want the Parlor Boys to get me, so that's at Nightwing PvP.
I'm a straight white man. I can say it.
You're a cock, Bill! You're a cuckold!
You're a cuck.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
I think that's my favorite internet insult. I was like, yes, I love that for us. I love that for us as a society.
But yeah, there's just the whole thing. Issue 3? It's just basically like Garrett, feeling Elektra in his head, hoping to feel her somewhere else.
I mean, you can't blame. Although, issue 4 is where I get my Avatar from.
Yes.
Obviously, that's my favorite episode. Issue.
Oh, but the shot we end issue 3 on.
Yeah.
I don't want to see her. Remember the old? I don't want to see her leave, but I love watching her walk away, kids.
I think that's literally Frank Miller and John Byrne's motto, but
what like Charlie Esser trying to do? Trying to go in depth on the themes of the John Byrne stuff, and it's just like, we know what the themes of the John Byrne stuff are, right? She-Hulk, Sue Storm,
Superior puss.
it's a fetish. Take a drink.
What was he trying to say by having She-Hulk jump rope?
Superior puss.
Gamma radiation better than silicone? What? Oh god, yeah.
Gamma radiation gave her boobs.
So yes, issue 4, Young Love.
We're in DC now.
Oh. Can a cyborg and an assassin find true love, happiness, and peace in a world where everyone is trying to kill them?
Now with Frank Miller writing it, you ain't.
No, kids. Especially not a woman.
Spoilers.
Especially when your main character is a woman.
Your mother's a whore. And they went and dragged poor Perry into this.
Oh yeah, we finally get some Nick Fury in here, and Garrett's going off the deep end.
Yeah, totally off the.
Well, just like with the Gordon D, man. Yeah, something else drives the rest of us crazy.
Superior puss.
Oh, and so obviously because this book wasn't Comics Code Authority approved, this was never on the news. They had to sell it through like specialty stores.
Oh yeah.
Like direct market, and honestly, I don't think if this made the direct market kind of viable. This sold really well.
Oh yeah.
Like the direct market I say it really didn't take off till the 2000s. Direct market struggled.
But again, just anything like this, I mean, half of it, which written by Frank Miller, it just was like, 1986 is like Dark Knight Returns, this. People are like, oh, this could be comics?
Yeah. I think it definitely was a push for it doesn't have to just be all, Spider-Man as a teenager with silly shenanigans.
And it doesn't have to be just for kids, yeah.
Yeah. Like, he definitely pushed the medium forward, for better or for worse, say what you want, but, and now this is basically, you can get away with it more comic than 23.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody would bat an eyelid.
Or any kind of...
Although it couldn't be in watercolor. They definitely would put that in, black label.
Oh, yeah.
What's the equivalent of black label these days? Do they even have one?
I don't think.
Or just premium, whatever their premium book is. I don't even remember. I don't think they've put out one in a decade, so I don't know.
Oh, there's your buddy on cover 5.
Yeah. That's a good one.
We've got some Peg Bundy here.
Fetish.
I can see. If that doesn't sum up the late 80s or early 90s kids, I don't know what does. A half-naked woman hanging upside down from a helicopter firing a huge gun.
Yep, that'll do her.
Hey-oh.
Oh, also, message for Ken Wind. You can suck it. You are a windbag indeed.
No, not wind like a watch, wind like the air. But, yes, this is when Elektra's psychic powers come into effect, where, yes, when they think Elektra gets injured and taken into custody, it's Chastity.
You want to know a fun fact that kind of makes me...
Please.
Garth Ennis said he was a fan of the story, and that's why in his story Nick Fury is so similar to this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Fury My War Gone By or whatever.
Oh, okay.
He kind of based it on...
Frank Miller...
And then also, when Garth Ennis in the 2000s Punisher run, he also alludes to the events of this in there, too, as well. So...
Frank Miller inspiring so many. Garth Ennis, Kevin Smith.
Yeah, but I know that Frank Miller loves comics, but does he when you start thinking about it? Because this kind of isn't your everyday run of none of his books are everyday on the newsstand kind of things. These are all just very special, pushing the envelope kind of things.
Yeah.
So it's it makes you kind of think, did he really even like the traditional Spider-Man format of comics? Superman, does he look? I mean, obviously we know how he thinks about Superman.
I was gonna say he doesn't love Superman. You can tell that.
I mean, if not for Superman, we really wouldn't be here. So it's even have respect. If you don't have just a smidgen of respect for Superman,
I think
why are you writing comics?
I think he loves what he thinks is comics, but I don't know if he gets the whole spectrum of comics.
The whole spectrum, because you have to think about the characters that he writes, right?
Yeah.
Elektra, Batman, think about
Daredevil, yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody who can...
They're grim, they're dark, they're street level. I guess that's easier because they're allowed to have plot. They're supposed to have plot. They're supposed to be the most relatable, right? I guess. I'm just trying to get into the psyche, and I just every time I think about it, just Boros, the snake eating its own.
Yes. And I mean, I think it helped put the character on the map, but I think he set a dangerous precedent now where even just Daredevil every couple of years, it's let's F with Matt Murdock's life, let's tear it all down again. And it's really? It's the 6th time we've been doing this.
That's kind of my funny thing. It's kind of why I love Daredevil, right? Because he's just he's Marvel's whipping boy, and he's into self-flagellation, all that. They really lean into the Catholicism of it all and all that. But it's sometimes it can be a bit much.
It seems like there's
he's dead again. It's another clone, magic clone this time.
It almost.
Are they ever gonna get a new shtick for this guy?
It almost seems like there's an unofficial competition between Spider-Man and Daredevil, where it's like, well, whose life is more effed up at this point?
Definitely.
Yes.
Thanks, Zeb.
I love this. I love the solicit. Oh, we're gonna get to her tomorrow. But yeah, I love issue 5 solicit. Elektra and Garrett take a tour of Washington D.C. The question is, how much of the city will survive?
Oh, is that what they're calling it? They tore that city up. I mean, DC deserves it. This is a weird cover, though. Like, I know it's pink and sparkly, and I'm supposed to. Not my fave.
Oh, 5, yeah.
Not my fave.
But again, it's just like her opposite. It's like this is more of a girly girl, but she still kicks butt.
Yeah, I guess. Like I guess I mean I can analyze the writing of Frank Miller every single day and get a different read on it.
She's more of a girly girl, but of course she's a woman, so of course.
Your mother's a whore, and so are you.
Doesn't matter if they're an assassin or a government sanctioned agent.
She puts the ass in assassin.
Oh my!
You know, assassin has 2 asses. I'm just
ass in.
Oh, we're children.
So do you think just subliminal messaging? He was like, no. It can't just be called Elektra. It has to be called Elektra Assassin.
I definitely think that's why it's there. Like just for the poops and giggles of it.
In the butt is fine.
I mean, you know, comic book. I mean, we've read enough comics as kids and adults to notice the puns, right? You know. Definitely there for a reason.
Again, I mean, I think you've been reading comics almost as long as I have, and it's. Yeah, I mean, I think we see behind the curtain now.
But isn't it funny that her name is Chastity, right?
Uh-huh.
Isn't that so interesting?
Oh.
Like I said, I can analyze Frank Miller's work every single day and get a different read every single day. It's fascinating.
Well, once again, she's Elektra's opposite, so it's like, yes, her name is Chastity, and
Elektra syndrome.
Yeah.
The female version of, Oedipus complex.
Yes.
So, I just find it super interesting. Your mother's a whore. Your mother's a whore. And she only becomes a crime fighter because her dad got a set. Like, just think about it. If we're really going to think about it and dive into the mind of Frank Miller, what does it mean? It's so much metatextual context.
So,
I don't know if I'm giving him too much credit or not enough. I don't know.
So,
I don't know, Phil.
So Frank Miller, yes, women are whores, and yes, they want to bang everyone, including their fathers.
Your mother's a whore! I don't know if that's the take I should be taking, but that's the take I've taken on a couple of the reads, so I don't know.
And Lilith has taken a lot. Tail.
Not enough. Anyway.
Whoa!
Try to donkey punch me now, bitch.
That might be a Frank Miller theme.
But yeah, like I said, it's just kind of interesting when you kind of try to dissect it, but it's like, it's Frank Miller. Should I even take this seriously? Like, every time I just think about it, I just think about Sin City, right?
Yes.
So I'm just like, I definitely shouldn't be giving him this much credit, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Somebody email in some thoughts and let me know. Is it that deep? Is Frank Miller deep? To quote Wisecrack's old shtick, is Frank Miller that deep? Or are we giving him too much credit?
I was gonna say, is he that deep? But it's just like, it's hard to tell sometimes because it's just like buried under like
so many tropes.
I
don't know if the tropes are intentional or is it a little schlocky on? Is it schlocky on purpose or is that just? I mean, obviously people love it, right?
I think there is
so
some.
many people that love it.
There is depth and there is like, depending on the story,
Layers.
good story points. But
are we putting it on him?
But
what I'm saying, like, is it there or is it not?
I think there is goodness there, but it's buried under layers and layers of.
Your mother's a whore. Yeah, I definitely feel like some of that. He's definitely a product of his time.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think he's as evolved as quickly as some others, or you know what I mean? Like, we have writers that, you read some of their early stuff and it's like, they've been in the business since they were, in their 20s, and you read some of their stuff now and it's like, oh yeah, you definitely see an evolution with Frank Miller. It's just like, no, he's still writing the same story. And so, I don't know if that's because he's catering to his audience. a la Chuck Dixon?
I think...
Or...
I was going to say, I think, yeah, it's as he's getting older. Frank Miller
has no incentive to grow as a writer?
Frank Miller's ratcheted it up more, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, like, does he want to write something different? But he, like, because even the stuff under his own imprint, right? It's more of the same. And I mean, that's when you get a Frank Miller book, that's what you expect. I guess is my point, maybe. So sometimes you get stuck in that rat trap. So like, I don't know.
Lilith, it's classic literature and storytelling. Issue 6. Elektra and Garrett spend the night at a sleazy sex motel to plan their final assault on the Beast.
Because where else would you do it? Hey-o.
Hey-o.
He's like, does that answer your question? What we're fighting for, exactly.
I like
cover to 6 is super interesting.
I know. She looks like
it's very different from the other ones that we've had before.
She looks like a geisha.
Exactly. Again, should I read into this or should I not? I don't know. But
yeah, man, she's laying in that bed, man. You could see that gash on her leg. I just like oh my god! But this is pure Frank Miller. I love like the majority of the issue is just like her teasing Garrett. He's like, she's taking another shower. Oh my god!
He needed to take a cold shower, but that's none of my business.
He's like, how clean can you get? Oh my god!
Also, Chuck the Dwarf, kind of in poor taste.
What?
Chuck the Dwarf, kind of in poor taste. Also, there's a character named Wreck in this one. Whatever that means.
And then just that full splash page of Garrett's fantasy. Yeah.
Wow. They only released this 3 times. Did you know that? 2000, 2012, and I want the limited edition, limited signed edition from 1987. I want that. It's numbered.
I was going to say how much.
It's only 2,000 copies. I will find it.
I wonder how much it is, though.
Well, it was $40. Let me, you know what?
Oh, that's not bad. I thought you were going to say like hundreds of dollars or something.
No. It was $40 initially.
I bet you it's hundreds of dollars now.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to look. You talk.
Okay, but it's only been released 3 times, so it's like, is it just like, make sure you get this before it goes back in the Frank Miller vault?
Yeah, whereas like the Batman stuff, and I don't know if that's more of a decent. Well, also because it's epic, so that might have something to do with it too.
True.
And like I said, it took till 2000 to really get another one from 1987. That's a really long time.
And
I think it took a long time for it to actually gain like mainstream appeal. I think this was very much like a cult hit. No, actually, it sold a lot, if I remember it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the number. Maybe it was a cult hit for all I know.
No. But issue 7, I mean, easily the worst cover in my opinion.
Oh, let me see. Oh, I didn't like 6, but 7 is pushing it. It's like, all right, now you're just being weird for the sake of being. Oh, it's only $250.
For a signed limited, yeah, I guess that's not too bad. But
what's the condition?
Oh yeah, it's used. It's not brand new.
Yeah, you always have to.
Wait a minute, did we miss?
Look that bad. We didn't miss an issue.
No. I was gonna say I think we missed the issue. What issue is it where Garrett cops a feel off Elektra? She's like tied down in S.H.I.E.L.D. facility.
Oh yeah, that was was it 4?
Something like that. And I'm just like, really? I mean,
Sad boys gotta do what a sad boys gotta do.
I know we're trying to titillate here, but I'm like, really? It's just you know.
Again, we just said she put the ass in assassin, so she was asking for it, Phil. You know why?
What?
Because her mother's a whore.
Ah, true. Yes, she's a whore.
Your mother's a whore. Find it out one day.
Her mother's a whore. She's a whore. She deserves it.
Your mother's a whore.
But I'm just like, who is he? A 13-year-old kid trying to tune in Tokyo? Jeez.
Yikes. Issue 7. I don't know. We're winding down. This be the penultimate issue. It's kind of
issue 7. We're still here.
Yeah, this is definitely filler. I'm sorry, like.
And again, how do you know John Garrett's supposed to be the good guy? Because we're building another. We have another cyborg, the evil one.
Cyborg Superman has a word to say.
Oh, here it is. J.M.D. Mateus, Moonshadow.
I find issue 7's title interesting. Vox Populi, which is basically just voice of the people, or the opinion of the majority of people. I mean, like, I think he wanted to delve into politics, but he was too afraid to like really go full. He'd rather just do the sex and violence.
Or do you think did he get something from editorial? I mean, it is 1986.
I guess we can ask.
Or were they just?
If he remembers.
Oh, that's right. Yes, we have an in with someone on the editorial team. Yes, remember this for next weekend.
Oh, dude.
The voice of the people, and the people said,
"Your whole family can suck it." No, everybody in Miller's world says, "Your mother's a whore." Of course, because they're in New York too. Well, not your mother's a whore. Well, Washington D.C. people are actually
East Coast, yeah.
People.
Oh my.
Yeah, issue 7 was just like, what are we doing?
Oh yes, to solicit the beast possessed.
Oh, this might have actually been. Hold on, let me see.
The beast possessed Ken. The beast possessed Kenwin is about to win the presidency of the United States. Elektra and Garrett are out to kill him before he does. And yes, the cover art is an homage to Grant Wood's painting American Gothic, which again I have no problem with, but I don't know. It's
just terrible.
I mean, why? I mean, if you're gonna,
it's not terrible. It's just highly stylized and not to my taste.
Or if you're gonna do it, why didn't they do it with Elektra and Garrett? Why did we?
Which one would that be to make sense?
I guess, but it's like, why did we?
I mean, it's Frank Miller, babes.
Why do we do it with the villain? Do it with I thought they'd.
Subversive.
I thought they'd be all about, why are you putting the villain on the cover? Let's put the. This is a Frank Miller book. Let's put the TNA on the cover. Yeah.
Exactly. Your mother's a whore.
Kids, when you hear this, turn the page.
Your mother's a whore.
Frank Miller story time. Okay, kids, turn. When you hear this sound.
Turn around, you small ones.
Well, when you hear this, turn the page.
Your mother's a whore.
Page 7.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of redeem themselves with the covers on 8. That was a decent.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're finishing this whole thing up.
Hail.
Hail to the chief indeed.
Yep.
I feel like this was kind of a letdown, and he didn't need to be 8 issues if they were gonna do.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of drug this out. We think it's 1986 because it's Frank Miller.
Yeah, I don't know if he wanted more shekels or because this literally could have been done and cut down. But maybe honestly, maybe it was even more. Maybe he wanted to do 12, and that's just the.
Oh, maybe because I mean, once again, we spent most of one issue like in a sex hotel.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the penultimate issue. Like, I wouldn't come back.
So you said sex hotel filler.
Beavis and Butthead was yesterday. 420 was yesterday. But
yes.
I'm sober now.
I watched. Yeah. Like you need an excuse. Yes, Elektra and Garrett are.
I do now. They don't have medicinal down here.
Oh, really? Hypothetically, couldn't you grow it yourself?
You want to go to prison?
Oh, yeah, that's Mexican prison. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
I mean, I got money. I'll be all right. But still don't want to go.
It's the rich one. It's the haunted house. The young men go in and they don't come out.
It's a nice. I got a nice little start on my garden.
The young men come and then they go forever. Elektra and Garrett are prisoners of S.H.I.E.L.D. Has Elektra's ultimate enemy, the Beast, truly won?
No, of course not.
And again,
we do kind of leave it open.
Hey-o. But
I said open it.
Gosh. Anyway, but yeah, no, and then the whole, the Beast milk is all over these issues. Like, there's like military people drinking this.
There's mother's milk, and then there's the Beast's milk. Yes, that was a Garth Ennis reference. Oh my God, his brain was brought up by Frank Miller, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, him for Kevin Smith. I mean,
just loathing of the superhero genre. Then why write it if you don't like it?
All them whores love the mother's milk.
Your mother's a whore.
Oh my.
I don't know. This is for this to be the final issue, I was left with.
I mean, I think. And how often can you say this? I think the follow-up, basically Fall from Grace, is better than this.
I could see that.
The Chichester, yeah.
Well, I mean, you you definitely feel more fulfilled at the end.
Hey-oh.
A fall from grace than you do here. You just literally left like, the hell did I just read?
Yeah.
What was the point of this?
And again, at this point, was this supposed to be out of continuity? Because they're like, oh, in the main continuity, she might be dead. She might not be dead.
Yeah. I mean, I get all that. But
Because
it was left like,
because again, I mean, I know it's 1986 still, but I mean, wouldn't this be a big spectacle where people would be talking about it on the news all over the place, where to the point where Matt's like, oh, she's alive?
Matt is a little self-centered, to be fair, though. A little bit of a narcissist, so maybe not.
True. I was going to say, what was...
I mean, he was caught up in his own thing in 86 anyway.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, I'm curious. I just have to look up, because issue 8 was 1987, or was it February? March 87. I have to see what issue Daredevil was.
Oh, no, it would have came out in February if the cover date's March.
Yeah. But I just want to see what Daredevil had the same cover date on. Daredevil 240. So this is after Fall from Born Again. Okay. What? Oh yeah, we're.
Oh, wasn't it that whole thing around that time? Like the Fat Boys and the Trickster or whatever.
Well, again, and Nocenti's starting to write Daredevil, so yeah, the Fat Boys are in there. And... Yeah.
I vaguely remember.
What happened to those kids? Hell's Kitchen.
Nobody knows, nobody cares.
Hell's Kitchen. That's what happened to him. All right, Lilith, what are we thinking about this Elektra Assassin?
You know, I reread this every now and then. I have a different takeaway every single time, which gives me the inkling that it's good writing, just kind of covered in the tropes of a man that's from a particular time. Your mother's a whore! And there was a time where I really, like I said, I think he really gets a couple of characters. He really gets Batman. He really gets Daredevil, but kind of in his own twisted way. And I enjoy, 1930s pulp noir. Like that is, that's right up my alley. And that's what this is. This is what a lot of this is. Who to kill for? Elektra definitely is one of those.
I mean, that is an interesting point. The noir, like you were talking about, is that why he seems more
espionage, the intrigue? Yeah, it's all great, action, but the actual character development, there's no depth there. I think. Or
is that why he seems to go more off the rails the further along we get? Because it's one thing to look at it through a 1986 lens, but then you look at it through a 2023 lens, like current stories, and it's just like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah, but like I said, every story is a product of its time, and it doesn't necessarily have to age well. Those that age well and feel timeless and classic, much like say the best episodes of Star Trek, right?
Yes,
timeless, and City on the Edge of Forever, like that is going to be timeless. People will talk about that and dissect that forever. There's certain things that are just like that, and then other things are just a product of their time that you can't look through a modern lens at. And this is definitely one of them. Star
Trek, you say? Well, thank you, Lilith Hellfire, for giving me the opportunity to promote Salty and Petty episode 18 over on Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks. Thank you, Dr. Frankenstein. All right.
So no, I think that like when I was a kid, I mean young kid, I really loved Frank Miller, and I got it. But now as an adult, it's ooh, it's a little cringy. But I think still it's somewhere in there is a good story. And like I said, I don't know if he's a madman, a genius, or a little bit of both. I can't tell. And I think that's what makes it great, and that's what makes it horrible at the same time.
Yeah.
Was it on purpose, or am I just giving him too much credit? I still don't know. I will never know, honestly.
Is he a crazy genius, or is it just he's an old man? What is it?
That's an interesting artistic choice.
Oh, I mean, literally the life of Frank Miller, right?
Why don't you sex me up?
I don't know. Like I said, I still enjoyed the story, but now that my brain has actually developed the prefrontal cortex,
there's
a lot of plot holes and MacGuffins, and it just leaves me wanting, and I don't understand what the purpose of the story was at the end.
Well, again, it's like you read this as a teenager or something. It's like, oh yeah, violence, yeah, sex, yeah. And now it's just what was the point of this?
They never really followed up on it until a little bit later, and not actually in any official capacity. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing, and that's kind of the thing with Marvel when they do things like this, right?
Oh yeah.
When we talk about trouble for Spider-Man. Oh well, it never could. This actually could never be continuity. It's just fun to pretend. Right?
The early 2000s. Let's throw everything at the wall and see what sticks.
Because we're going bankrupt.
Need something, anything.
Yeah. But no, I mean, how do you feel about Frank Miller? I mean, how did you feel about Frank Miller then versus now?
I mean, I didn't read this originally. Like, I came to this much later. I mean, like I said, like, Born Again and, like, The Dark Knight Returns, I was like, okay, this is... I get what he's trying to do here. This is interesting. But like I said, the further along it gets, it was just... It's either, oh, this same old thing, or it's like, oh, he's really steering into his skid.
I'm kind of lucky, or maybe, I don't know, not lucky. I don't think that's the word, but like,
horny?
The time, no. Like, the time that I started reading comics, like, Frank Miller was kind of in the decline, and I was able to, like, read all of his stuff kind of, like, maybe not all at once, but very close together. And I think it's better if you, and like I said, my prefrontal cortex wasn't developed just yet.
I mean, I didn't read all that stuff in, like, 86, but, like, early 90s, I would find it and pick it up.
Like 2000.
Okay, yeah. So that's the difference between, like, 10 years made a whole hell of a difference. I mean, I was older, but it's like, early 2000s, I was already like, especially when they started doing those Dark Knight Returns sequels, I'm just like, oh my god.
That's when I was just like, oh, do we really need this?
You could see the cash register signs. It's like, really?
Yeah. But like I said, when you read like his whole body of work together, and then that's what I mean. Every time I read it, I get a different reading just because, like, should I take this seriously? Is this actual meta commentary? Is the subtext this? Is the and then I do read it within context of Frank Miller as the main, where he is in his writing journey.
Mm-hmm.
He's basically untouchable at this. He does what he wants. He gets 8 issues when clearly it only needs 6, right?
Oh yeah. So basically,
I'm uncancelable.
At that time, yeah, he was really untouchable.
Oh yeah,
guaranteed moneymaker. He was a cash cow.
Oh yeah, 86. I think he could have strolled into Marvel or DC and said, I want to write such and such character. And they would have like, okay.
Yeah, but fortunately for us, he wasn't interested in any happy-go-lucky stories. I think that would have been the Bendis of the day at that point.
Although didn't he do like a Superman miniseries back in the 80s? It was like Secret Origin or something, or the Lost Year or the Hidden Years. So there was some. I swear there was some. I never read it. We might have to take a look at that one day, but I believe
I think it is Frank Miller and John Romita Jr. one. I have that, and it's actually not that bad. I mean, it's not like it's not like how he treats him in The Dark Knight Returns and all, but it's John Romita Jr. too, who loves Superman. So I think Romita Jr. kind of tapered that.
Well, I
definitely don't think that Frank Miller understands the appeal of Superman, and you can definitely tell that he is not a Superman fan.
Well, the year one was a few years ago. I swear there was something he did in the 80s, but... Oh, wait, here. Superman The Secret Years. Yeah, it was a 4-issue miniseries.
Oh, The Secret Years.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, I can't really... I can barely ever get through.
Yeah, I never really read it, but...
I feel like that doesn't exist, actually, if you really want
So I think that's when they discovered, don't let him write happy-go-lucky characters.
Yeah, well, that was 85, right?
85, yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That is definitely the one I'm thinking of that I pretend does not exist.
Oh, you can get the...
He also, like, the thing about The Secret Years is you can tell he actually doesn't like Superman in this one. This is what I mean when I talk about when he does his work with John Romita Jr. There's no detail in that book. Like, his art is kind of, like, really blah, and the story is really blah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just going through the motions.
Yeah.
But it's nothing egregious. It's just boring.
He's bored.
No Superman story.
He's bored.
Especially not in the 80s.
He's bored.
Yes.
Yeah. Because you can't have Superman killing people or,
Unless you're...
I
know Frank Miller was pissed when he's like, son of a bitch, I wanted him to kill Zod.
Exactly.
That's the plot twist. Frank Miller whispered in Snyder's ear. I bet you. I almost bet you money.
Frank Miller was bored. He, you can't
Well, no, he actually did take his inspiration from Dark Knight Returns, so that absolutely makes sense why the Snyderverse is the way that it is.
Oh, yeah. That's another...
Now that I think about
that's
it.
another...
I think Frank Miller might actually secretly whisper this. He's like, I love your work on Watchmen. You totally hate superheroes. I love it.
That's another person Frank Miller's influence. But it's like, he was bored of Superman. It's like, you can't have Superman saying...
Your mother's a whore! I mean, he could if he was on Red Kryptonite, but I guess he didn't dig into the origin deep enough to know that.
Okay,
That's what
Smallville.
it felt like. He didn't know what was going on. Like, you can absolutely have evil Superman. He could have done a run son, but he wanted, I guess it's technically, it wasn't even in continuity, so I don't even know why that exists and why it's so boring.
What, the Hidden Years or whatever?
Yeah.
Again, it's 85. It's like, we're like...
Post.
Well,
They kind of had to get everybody...
Well, again, it's either right before or during Crisis, so they're probably just like, yeah, this is all going to get rebooted anyway, so yeah, do what you want.
But yeah, like I said, you can tell that I think they might have just hired him for the sake of it. He's Frank Miller, it's 1985.
Oh, yeah.
And it's Superman. That's like, like they thought Bendis and Superman, like, people that, Miles Morales, he had a lot of goodwill for that. Miles is a happy-go-lucky character, right? So
yeah.
I think they thought that would translate.
See, I think that's the problem with Superman, especially these days. They think they could just throw anyone on Superman, and it's like, oh, it's Superman.
You have to have somebody that loves Superman, that understands Superman, that is a fan.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean a lifelong fan of Superman. Those are those are really the only writers that I really like. Like, I have my issues with John Byrne. I think his run is great for what he did, for what the parameters that they gave him, but it's not the best Superman stuff. No, but yeah, I think they want. At least you can tell he had an affinity for Superman. He understood Superman, but like real fans,
yeah.
The I'd say like 50s to 70s is my favorite Superman because he's allowed to be happy, corny, and cheesy.
oh, Luke and I went to a show on Sunday. I bought a bunch of. They had a bunch of Superman from like 1984. I bought a bunch of those issues.
Oh, cool.
Well, it was Superman Action, and they actually had World's Finest, Batman and Superman.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's a great era.
Yeah, they're like in the dollar bin and stuff. So I was like, oh yeah.
That's the only place I ever find my Superman. I find some of the new Superman stuff in the dollar bin. Well, I used to. I can't really speak to it right now. But I'm an old comic book store. I used to find the new stuff. Like, I just wait 2 weeks and it'd be in the dollar bin.
Yeah. And just at random, I picked up I think it was 1983. It was a Green Lantern issue. I knew I didn't have it. I just picked it up later on to get home. I realized it's issue 169.
Either do the 6 or do the 9.
That's my boy.
Hal Jordan's the 169.
Wait, you guys covered that, didn't you?
What?
No? Have you covered that yet?
Oh no, not the Cal Rayner. No, this is the 1983. No, we didn't cover like a lot of pre-crisis. So that's what we were saying. If we ever run out of current stuff, we might go back and stuff.
Oh, Kyle, the last Green Lantern on. Yes.
Well, Will's all happy because in 2 weeks we're getting the rebirth. The Return of Hal Jordan. And kids, if you go check out Sector 2814, episode 150. Was it 115 or 116? But we talked the end of Cal's series with the guy who wrote the last 6 issues, Mr. Ron Mars.
Friends of the show.
Oh yeah, that was the second time we talked to him. Yes, I know. I have proof.
This is Ron Mars. You are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Listen to that buttery smooth. Such a. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, Frank Miller, it's a grab bag. You never know what you're truly gonna get. Because like I said, some of the issues in like the other Dark Knight like sequels and stuff, they're good, but like the whole cohesive story, total cash grab doesn't make sense. But you'll get like a glimmer of hope in like issue 3 or 4. And
yeah.
You realize, he's just toying.
No. Yeah. Watch your sack in front of Frank Miller.
You hit him right in the face with that sack.
It had the beast smoke in it. Yuck.
Oh, I you can't tell me that was as an analogy for anything. Come on.
Oh, it's innuendo.
There was at least one page. It's like dribbling down her face. I'm like, come on.
It's a fetish, Phil.
It's like coming out of her. I know.
Fetish.
I don't do Twinkies or toaster strudels, so.
Probably because of Frank Miller. Traumatizing. You can thank Frank Miller, boys!
Oh, we didn't have it last time, but do you want to talk Daredevil 9?
Sure.
Well, see, as surprising to no one, it seems Matt Murdock's plans are going off the rails.
Get out of town!
The whole ninja thing, let's use the hand, try to use the hand for force of good is not working out quite as easy.
Haven't we done that already? Am I just tripping?
That's a trope, but, that's a,
It's like, Chip, if the Punisher can't do it, nobody can. Sorry to bring it to you.
Oh my god, then yeah, Punisher 11 came out this week. You probably didn't read that.
Is that a new artist or no?
What?
Do we have a new artist?
On what, Daredevil?
Yeah.
It was a different artist this issue, so I don't know if it is a new artist or just a fill-in or...
Okay.
Yeah, Manuel Garcia was the artist on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I don't know if there's... I thought I heard that we were getting a new artist, but I didn't know for sure.
So
I don't know. real. Like, I'm tired of Daredevil being dark, brooding, and ominous, too. Like, can we catch a break?
Well, once again, if not before, they're probably going to go back to status quo by 2024. TV show.
I don't have 8 months to wait.
I know.
Like, it's just been so bleak and unhopeful. Like, there's not anything on the horizon.
Well, didn't they announce, too, that Chip is leaving Daredevil eventually? So I'm sure they'll reboot, too, so.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's always. But no, I enjoyed it for the most part. But, like I said, I am just hammered down. Every book I read, even Spider-Man, is, like, so grim and without hope. Jeez.
Yeah, I know. It's like, give us a break already. Come on.
I mean, have you took a look around the world? Like, can you give me some happy? Can you pretend to be happy?
Oh, tune in that Spider-Cast, kids. Yeah.
He's frothing out the mouth, kids.
Hey-oh.
But no, I think it's okay.
Oh, okay.
9 issues in, and, I mean, Daredevil's life's been a living hell. Well, duh, he's Daredevil.
Exactly.
That's status quo.
Oh, August is going to be Chip's last issue.
Oh.
So.
We should do a retrospective.
Okay.
Chip's run.
Okay. Yeah.
He did some great work. He laid down some good foundation, but like I said, it's waiting for the trades. It gets stagnant, and you're stifled by editorial, I'm sure.
And
He has so many great creator-owned properties that that must be annoying as hell.
Yes, and he also has another big project going on at this point too.
Batman, my favorite character.
The chance is never zero, Ray. I am so sorry.
Like you got through Salty and Petty without me hitting it, Ray. But yeah, I mean, well, again, it's like we rebooted after Devil's Reign, and it's like they brought the same writer and artist back.
Yeah, it's like, why did you reboot? I've been confused about that.
Oh, we took a 5-minute break. Let's reboot.
Quick, while the kids aren't looking, get them.
We'll trick them. They're thinking something new.
I mean, at least give me a holographic cover, man.
Yes, us 90s kids demand it.
Give me a lenticular cover.
Oh.
I'll pay the $10. Just do it.
It gets shiny.
Exactly. You want to go 90s? Go full 90s.
I mean, you want to make your shekels? Yes, give us get the specialty covers back.
Make it rain.
I really hope they do it for Wonder Woman and Flash.
Yes, 800. Yeah.
Even though they can't boast it to 1,000.
Well, again, we'll get it.
They should at least let Wonder Woman go to 1,000. It's so fucking.
I know. We'll call out the numbering every time they're every 100 issues.
I don't believe in legacy numbering.
I know, but they will. But they'll do it. They'll still do it.
They won't.
Oh my God!
Marvel does it. We can't.
I don't care if it's during the reboot or not. But this one, Daredevil 9 was Legacy 658. They got to do something special for 666. Come on.
I doubt it.
I know they won't, but they should. It's Daredevil.
Because actually 616 is actually the mark of the beast accordingly. And Marvel is 616. So they should do something. That fake mark of the beast.
Oh, the mark of the beast. I thought I was just talking about that tattoo you have.
That's actually a birthmark?
I mean, it's a birthmark?
Hellspawn.
Lilith Hellspawn.
Like Damien Hellstrom.
Eve Heavenwater's gonna be throwing holy water at you.
She's gotta trench me first.
I want a Lilith Hellfire in the multiverse.
Good luck, I cut off the boom tubes and mother boxes.
Oh, I want a Lilith Hellfire in the multiverse of madness. Oh, yes.
That's funny. I don't think we can get a video recorder in my head, but
that would be the all-time best horror movie of all time. Or porno.
Both. It's a horror porn. Well, if you don't like tentacles, especially.
Ew. But you didn't read Punisher 11, right? Oh God. I mean, call me
when the symbol's back.
Well, I guess. Oh well, this is probably heading for a reboot too, because I believe they said 12 is the last issue. So.
Well, who's writing that again?
11 is the penultimate. Jason Aaron.
Okay. I wonder if they're going to get to write it now. I don't even know who I would want to write a Punisher book at this point. I
mean, it's basically at this point, the retcon it where it's like, oh yeah, he's always been a killing machine. It didn't take the death of his family.
They changed that he was a little kid.
Because
he's just been a psychopath this whole life. I don't like that.
Yeah, no, because in this issue, the wife finally finds out everything, and she's basically like, "What did you do in our names and stuff?" And so I'm like, "Oh God, is this us getting a kinder, gentler Punisher by the end of the thing?" Yeah, exactly. But
you know what? I don't know if they could get him, but maybe get Mark Millar to go back to the main too. I mean, he's got nothing else going.
But again, I'm sensing themes here because at the end of that Daredevil issue, we see like heroes swooping down and try to stop him. Oh, guess what happens in this issue? Heroes swoop down and try to stop the Punisher.
I guess we're in for
Although one plot point you might like, now that he's rocking the Dark Beast powers. Oh, maybe he has milk. But no, Doc.
I need that as a drop.
Ooh, maybe he has milk. Doctor Strange tries to stop him and can't.
Oh, okay.
So he kind of bitch slaps Doctor Strange out of the way. So you might like.
I just need the panel. Can you just text me?
Yes.
I'll put that up on my Facebook. I haven't changed my avatar in a while.
And again, is this a Frank Miller book?
Not enough.
That's true.
I mean, Daredevil, though, that might just be.
Oh, yes, that's also kids. Yes, we are getting a miniseries in May. So, yes, Daredevil and Echo. And I believe I saw some mention of Demo Goblin. So, Lilith Hellfire's all on board.
All on board to throw it in the trash, yeah.
Oh, yes, Demo Goblin returns to put the hell in Hell's Kitchen. And Hellfire is
Everybody can't be a cool hell spawn like me. I get it.
So, if nothing else, I will I'll give you that review too, kids.
I will read it. Just remind me.
Taboo and B. Earl. Well, still no art at least.
Oh, okay.
So
but yeah, I don't know. It's a bit much for daredevil. Like, I'm ready for this arc to be over. I'm ready for a reboot for sure. Cleanse the palette.
Again, it's like in modern comics, it seems like it has to be like, life threatening and all this crap. And
Babes, he's street level. Did we forget?
Again, it's like everything doesn't have to be end of the world, especially with like Daredevil and Spider-Man. I'm fine with you punching villains in the face,
I could do without seeing the hand for another decade.
Yeah, there's like the new Joker, especially for Daredevil. It's like, yeah, we need it.
Let's dig back into his rogues gallery. I'm reaching for Bullseye at this point.
I was gonna say new arc. Whoever's writing Daredevil after Chip, how about we put a moratorium on the Hand and Kingpin?
Ooh, now that, my friend, is a lot of asking.
Well, again,
we do have the Rose and the other son out there doing stuff.
Exactly, you could do that. Again, you mentioned Bullseye. When's the last time we got a decent Bullseye?
Well, we've never had that.
Well,
we can start.
What's the point?
We can start.
Yeah, do something different with them,
Hell, even a new villain.
And there's enough rogues and stuff, and
hell, put them back. Like, call Nick Fury. I don't care.
Let's get a
Widow. Somebody.
let's get a return of the Surgeon General looking for revenge.
You know what? At this point, why the hell not? I mean, honestly, I feel like comics at this point really should. That should be the model. Why the hell not?
I mean, you really want to amp it up. I mean, she, first she was harvesting organs, but now she's like a serial killer or something.
Exactly.
And if you do that,
the old toy maker.
Although, if you do that, I want to see some shekels in DG Chichester's account.
Of course.
Oh, we need it. Oh, you know what? Again, Marvel is doing all these like 90s, miniseries set in the 90s. Did we mention this already? I'm like, I want a Chichester Daredevil miniseries set in the 90s.
Yeah, we've mentioned it several times.
Well, it bears repeating.
You gotta keep manifesting.
Yes. Or you know what a good one would be? What would he have done if his run had continued?
Ooh. I'm not gonna say that it was just all me, but I kind of did manifest Strange Worlds. I was like, I need something. I need a Star Trek show with an old school vibe.
Just like
a fuckable captain.
Well,
just saying. Just
like Ray manifested in Moon Knight show.
I'm telling you, he really did. He prayed to Khonshu every night, and it finally happened.
Sacrifice some kangaroos and stuff, and again, I mean, years of a Moon Knight podcast, he did manifest it.
Yeah, you just gotta keep putting it out there.
Hey-oh. All right, so anything else on Hellfire?
No, I don't think so. I am interested to hear what everybody has to say about Miller May Mayhem.
And again, yes, yeah, kids, you can. I said it before, but you can send in your thoughts for stuff we've already talked about. Man, we'll discuss it on upcoming episodes.
Yeah, absolutely. What's the homework for these kids?
All right, I'm pulling up the schedule now. Just waiting for it to get up. Hey-oh. Oh, yes. Hey-oh. All right, so next time...
It's called Blue Chew.
Next time, you really want something we can rip apart. Yes. Mentioned by DG Chichester earlier. Yes, we're going to cover Daredevil 343 and 344. At least one of those issues. Remember, where he's like, oh yeah, Warren Ellis basically just pissed on the suit. Yeah, we're going to cover...
Well, Warren Ellis loved to piss on everything, but... You know.
Wow! Okay, R. Kelly.
He really did have a lot of piss takes. Anything that he wrote. So.
Yeah. So at least one of those is his.
Sensibility.
Yeah. At least one of those is his. So yes, we'll cover Daredevil 343 and 344, the two issues after Chichester. Well, Alan Smithy's run, which we will cover Alan Smithy on the next Chichester chats.
Smithy!
Oh, that's you want the tea to spill. That's going to be the episode. The tea's going to spill. All right.
Dear Alan Smithy, we don't hold it against you, even though we have a whole Chichester podcast.
Oh my God, that'd be funny if we had an episode of Chichester Chats where Chichester and Alan Smithy have like a debate or an argument or something.
He's like, what is he doing here? And then we just go.
I'm going to prosecute myself.
Nice.
All right, kids. So yes, send us your thoughts on that. And the whole, like Lil said, the whole Miller May, because I believe it's popular. I know with me, Lilith, and Justin it is, but so yeah, send us your thoughts.
Your mother's a whore!
The CapesandLunatics at gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, be it episodes or social media, merchandise, the Patreon. We still need subscribers, especially you women. It's quite the sausage fest over there.
Yeah, we need some clams and yams. Become a part of the Patreon elite.
Don't be a whore. Subscribe to the Patreon.
Don't be a trollop.
So yes, find everything at tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. And Lilith is nowhere on social media, so don't even bother trying.
You can find me on Facebook. Say hi.
And she'll answer you in a month.
True.
I
finally found my Facebook phone. That's why I haven't been. I found it today. It was hacked.
She found the burner phone.
The Facebook phone, yeah, because it steals your data, so, you know.
Oh.
Connects to your Facebook's a little nefarious, but, you know, I got a hack for that.
That phone's like, all she looks at is Facebook and porn. What the heck?
And that's why I don't get ads on Facebook.
Hey-oh. Oh, yeah, that's why you do it. Okay.
No, it's not why I do it. It's just a benefit.
Well, another benefit for her. All right, kids. Thank you for joining us. Remember, keep enjoying Miller May and come back here in 1 month for Daredevil 343 and 344. He's not Frank Miller, but he's Warren Ellis. Damn it. And again, send us your feedback. Did you like Elektra Assassin? That's what I said. Ass in. Ew. Frank Miller. It's Frank Miller. Alright, kids. And remember, that TV show will be here before you know it, but not quick enough.
Not done enough.
Alright, kids. Remember, join us next time, because remember, it's better to be with the devil you know than the devil you don't, because that devil you don't know might be